Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, giving all praises, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakakodash. And as always, I want to give double honors unto the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that taught us this truth through the will of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. And unto sincere brothers and prophets that is pushing out the gospel throughout the four corners of the world, I want to say Shalom to you brothers. And our Shalom goes to the true believers, the house of David, the elect, that the Lord is going to give salvation to in these last days, which are known as so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, made up of men and women as well. Okay, brothers and sisters that believe in this gospel. All right, I want to say Shalom. All right, now I want to get into a quick, just a quick lesson, Lord willing, through the Spirit. But you know, going into America is Babylon the Great. All right. So now, you know, every single time, you know, you hear brothers, the prophets, all right, or you hear me mention Babylon the Great, it's you know, when I mention that Babylon is Babylon the Great, all right, we're talking about that it's America, man. Okay, you know, with along with other names, all right, you know. America's known as Egypt, spiritual Sodom and Egypt. It's known as the land of Idumea, all right. It's known as well as Assyria, the daughter of Babylon, all right. Mount Seir, Edom, okay. But the main name is Babylon the Great, okay, or daughter of Babylon. Or sometimes it can be known according to scriptures as the land of the north. All right, but most of the time, brothers, the prophets, and you know, sometimes I'll say that America is Babylon the Great. All right, I'll mention that Babylon the Great is America, man. You know, it's just simple as that, right? So, you know, the reason why, all right, is you know, just to put it out there, okay, so you can get an understanding on why America is Babylon the Great, all right? It's because it's biblical, all right, and it's in the scriptures, you know? It was prophesied that this place was going to be Babylon the Great, all right? But, moreover, you know, just to prove it, let's let the scriptures speak for itself. Now, the first book I want to open up with is the book of Revelations chapter 17. And verse 1, and it reads, and there came one of the seven angels which had the seven vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, come hither, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters. All right, so she's known as the great whore, okay, that sitteth upon many waters. And if you look up the word waters, jumping down to verse 15. All right, let me highlight it real quick. Okay, this is jumping down to verse 15. It says, and he says unto me, the waters which thou sawest, which the whore sitteth, are people, multitudes, and nations, and tongues. Okay, so, you know, once again, that whore, which is the United States of America, okay, you know, that sitteth upon many waters, are what? People, multitudes, nations, and tongues. All right, because of you know, just, hey man, you know, if you being honest with yourself, all right, and if you keeping it real with yourself, America is on top of the world. Okay, they rule the whole world by influence, okay, and by power. Okay, you know, they have their influence all over the place, their philosophy, their ways, you know. And once again, they're powered by what? Military. The military powers is throughout the whole world, man. You know, I could be wrong, but we know for sure that the United States of America has military bases all over the world. I believe it's up to 800. All right, but once again, I stand corrected. All right, I could be wrong, but moreover, verse 2, and it says, with whom the kings of the earth has committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth has been drunken. It's like it has been drunk with the wine of her fornication. All right, once again, going to her philosophies. You see her, the world being influenced, all these other nations being influenced by America, you know, by her ways. Okay, all right. And it says, verse 3, so he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet colored beast, full of names of blasphemy, having 10 heads, so like having 7 heads and 10 horns. All right, now we're going into that woman, which is America, that sitteth upon this beast. All right, you know, there's upon a scarlet colored beast. All right, now going into that beast, it's going into the European economic market, so like the European economic common market, which is the European countries, you know, which London, all right, which is London, you know, the city of London, which is in the front of it, all right, which is the head of it, right, you know, and you have the military, okay, you know, the military power of it, which is America, which is DC, you know, the District of Columbia. All right, and it says 7 heads and 10 horns, and you have NATO, those 10 horns, which is made up of NATO, because when NATO came into the scene, it first started with 10 members. All right, but now it's up to 30 members. Okay, so once again, that beast is who? The European economic common market, all right, and NATO, you see, and you know, that's the beast for you, all right. And it says, once again, I'm gonna read it again, and it says, so he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman set upon a scarlet colored beast. All right, once again, America, you see, because when you look into NATO and into NATO, all right, you know, America has the last words, you know, for lack of words, right? America is the one that's, you know, which is the one that's ruling pretty much. All right, can't nobody do anything without America has to say so. You see what I'm saying? And it says, full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns. Verse 4, and the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color. All right, being said, it has a rulership. You know, when it means that you are arrayed in purple, it just means to be royalty, to be in rulership, pretty much, right? And you know, scarlet color, right? And it says, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand, full of abomination, filthiness of her fornication. Okay, you know, which, you know, is going into her ways, her philosophy. You got the Christianity, Renaissance Christianity, you see, which influenced the whole world, you know, which is really Renaissance Christianity is nothing but white supremacy. That's all that really is, you know. And in her philosophy has been what, influenced throughout the whole world, man, and especially here in America, you know, and especially unto the children of Israel, which are so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, we had drunken her wine, her philosophies, you know, and her culture, which her culture is wickedness. Okay, you know, and it says, you know, abomination and filthiness, man, of her fornication. Another thing is, once again, going into Christianity, you know, Renaissance Christianity. All right, that has these people, America, has portrayed in themselves as being a God-fearing people, you know, as what, you know, because they hold the Bible, all right, you know, that's why every single time you have a president, they soar on the Bible, man. Okay, so they are portraying themselves, which that's an abomination, because you're not going by what the words of the Lord is saying. You're not going by what the Bible says. You're going out of your own opinion, your own thoughts, and your own heart, right? Which is all wickedness. You see what I'm saying? You know, because Babylon is Edom, which I'm going to bring out as well too. Okay? All right? And we know according to the scriptures that Edom is the border of wickedness. You see what I'm saying? So you're the opposite of what the Bible is talking about. Okay? When it comes down to the laws, the statutes, and commandments of the Lord. All right? You see, so you are full of abominations and filthiness. All right? So you have these people that are confused as hell. You know, women sleeping with women, men sleeping with men, and so on and so forth, man. You know, defiling the Lord's Sabbath. All right? You know, speaking against the Lord. You know, speaking blasphemy of the Lord, of his only begotten Son, and the angels. Okay? That's America for you, man. All right, that's America. That's that woman. All right, keep on going. It says verse 5. All right, which is straight to the point. And it says, and upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery Babylon the Great. All right, the mother of harlots and the abomination of the earth. You see, that's America. Okay, and these other nations, once again going into what? Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots. All right, of harlots and abomination of the earth, because she's a harlot, because all these nations has slept with Babylon by taking her philosophy, you know, has taken her ways and her philosophy. But in the end of the day, she is the abomination of the earth. All right, verse 6, and it says, and I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints and with the blood of the murderers of Yahushua, those murderers of Yahushua, which are the true believers, which are the elect, the followers of Yahushua, man, you know, which are waking up in these last days, okay, which are going to be delivered from the destruction of this place, Babylon the Great. And it says, and I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints, all right, because America was what? America put, you know, first and foremost, they took this land from the so-called Native American people and Semio Indian people and so-called Mexican people, which are Israelites. Okay, all right, you know, so those are the saints. And then they put who? They put the southern tribe, which are the so-called Negro men, to come over here and serve captivity. All right, so this woman is being, you know, she has been drunken with the blood of the saints, right? And it says, and with the blood of the murderers of Yahushua, which are who? The followers, which is the elect. And it says, and when I saw her, I wondered with a great admiration. All right. And it says, and the angel said unto me, wherefore didst thou marvel? I will tell thee the mystery of the woman and of the beast that carry her, which has the 7 heads and 10 horns. Once again, that beast, which is made up of the European economic common market, all right, you know, and NATO, which is the 7 heads and 10 horns. You see, and it says verse 8, and it says, the beast that thou sawest was and is not. Okay, because this is and another thing is this place is spiritually Rome. Okay, this is the second part of Rome ruling. All right, so this is Rome all over again. All right, which that's that beast, you know. And we know because the way how Rome used to rule, they used to rule with a Senate house. All right, this place America is being they rule with a Senate house. All right, so-called for the people, you know, which they're really not. Okay, and it says, and the beast that thou sawest was and it's not, because we know that Rome fell. All right, but they came back into power, you know, during the time of the Renaissance, which the Renaissance means the rebirth, which is the rebirth of the Edomites. All right, you know, which is the rebirth of Rome all over again. You see, because I said that. All right, let me pull out book of Psalms chapter 137. And verse 7, it says, remember, O Lord, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who say, raise it, even to the foundations of it. Yeah, because Edom always had a perpetual hatred towards Israel. All right, which Edom goes back to their forefather Esau. Okay, you know, and Israel, you know, we're known as the nation of Israel, or we're known as Jacob. All right, you know, now according to the scriptures that Esau has a perpetual hatred towards Jacob, you know, and that hatred still goes on right now to this day as we speak. You see, Esau still hates Jacob, man, to this day. All right, to prove you, okay, that Esau's still here, all right, and that Esau is the so-called white man, and Jacob is the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. It's just simple as that, right? But verse 8, it says, "O daughter of Babylon," all right. So Edom is Babylon, you know. So y'all people can understand what are we talking about, okay? All right, and we know that Babylon is what? Is America, the United States of America, right? And it says, "O daughter of Babylon, who art thou, be destroyed," because we're now on the downfall of who? Babylon. All right. And it says, "Happy shall he be that will worship thee, as thou hast served us." You know, because what? We had to go into slavery. You see, we had to drink the cup of captivity. You know, but now we're at the time that the Lord is about to destroy Babylon. All right. So that being said, let me get that real quick. All right. Let me go to the book of Lamentations, chapter 4. Because it said that what? Babylon the Great, that she was going to be found with the blood of the saints. You see? Being said that what? We had to serve captivity. All right? And it really started when Christopher Columbus came over here in 1492, you know? But it fully came about the 350 years of us getting, you know, us serving hardcore slavery for about 350 years when the southern tribes came over here in around 1619. You see? But this is the book of Lamentations, chapter 4, verse 21. It says, "Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom." All right, Babylon, you know. All right, those are just different titles, man. Even Edom is just a nickname. All right, but their true nationality goes back to your father, because your nationality is according to who your father is. All right, Edom is a nickname that was given unto Esau because he is red, you know. All right, so that being said, these people are Edomites because they're red people. You see, they lack in our melanin. They don't have no pigment. All right. Being said, you can see the blood through their skin. You see. It says, "Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uzah. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked." All right. And that cup, it says, if I keep on reading, verse 22, and it says, "The punishment of thy iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thy iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins." You see? Because, matter of fact, let me get that. Just because I made that point. You know, the scripture made that point. All right. Go to the book of Amos. All right, chapter 9 and verse 8, I believe. You know, because the Lord is about to what? He's about to uncover thy sins, man. You know, you're gonna drink that cup of slavery. All right. This is Amos chapter 9 and verse 8. Okay. And it says, behold, the eyes of the Lord power are upon the sinful kingdom. That sinful kingdom, once again, it's America. All right, now, first and foremost, to commit sin, you got to break the laws, statutes, and commandments, right? Now, the laws, statutes, and commandments was only given unto the nation of Israel. But because they had took the Bible and they had portrayed themselves as being a God-fearing people, well, guess what? All right, you know, you doing that, you portraying yourself as being like that, you has broken every single laws and statutes and commandments. So now you have to what? Now you're going to have to suffer through the punishment. You see the judgment because of breaking the laws, statutes, and commandments. Just like us, the nation of Israel, we had to what? We had to suffer, you know, because we went off. All right, you know. So that being said, you're gonna have to suffer too. So now that sinful kingdom right here is talking about America, you know, and the whole beast, because America is the face of all these people, man. Okay, you know, it says Amos chapter 9 verse 8, and it says, behold, the eyes of the Lord power are upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth, saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, says the Lord Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua. You know, because the Lord is not going to destroy the house of Israel. First and foremost, at this time, you know, in these last days, in the latter time, he will not destroy the remnant of the nation of Israel, which is the elect. Okay, but when it comes down to Babylon the Great, he will destroy this place, man. All right, so let me go back to Revelation chapter 17 just to finish it out. All right, and verse 8. All right, matter of fact, let me go back to verse 7. And it says, and the angel said unto me, wherefore this thou's marvel? I will tell thee the mystery of the woman, and of the beast that carries her, which has the 7 heads and 10 horns. All right, which is once again America, NATO, and the European economic common market, right? All right, and it says the beast that thou sawest was and is not, and it shall ascend out of the bottomless pit. That bottomless pit is talking about Europe. You see, you know, and that beast once again is Rome. All right, because it is the same people all over again. And it says, and go into perdition, being said it's going to be destroyed. All right, going to go into destruction. You know, the whole rulership of Esau, Edom is going to go into destruction because they rule the whole world. The scripture says that Job 9:24 says, the earth is given unto the hands of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. So they're ruling all over the place, man. You know, you name it there. You know, you name a country or continent, them niggas are there. Okay, and it says, and they that dwells on the earth shall wonder, whose name was not written in the book of life from the foundations of the world, when they behold the beast that was and is not and is yet is. All right, you know, because it was being said was the Roman Empire. Then it fell, it was wounded. Okay, all right, then it was reviled through the time of the Renaissance. Okay, yet is, you know, which is right now at this moment. It's Rome all over again. Verse 9, it says, here is the mind which has wisdom. The 7 heads are 7 mountains. The mountains represent government, on which the woman sitteth. All right, because America is the face of it. All right, which is Babylon the Great. Remember that. Verse 10, it says, and there are the 7 kings. All right, 5 are fallen and 1 is, and the other is not yet come. When he cometh, he must continue a short time. And the beast that was and is not, even he is the 8th. All right, because the 7 heads is representing the European countries. All right, and it says he is the 8th because America came out of the 7. You know, America came out of Great Britain. All right, and it says the beast that was and is not, even he is the 8th and is of the 7. You see, came out of the European countries, right, and goes into perdition because we at the time the America's about to destroy America. Salakia. We're in the time that the Lord is about to destroy America, man. You know? Alright? By nuclear missiles, man. According to the scriptures, man. The Lord is about to destroy America according to the scriptures. He's going to destroy this place by nuclear missiles, man. You know? And we're in the time that, these nations out here are about to start World War III. Alright? Which World War III is going to lead into these missiles coming into this place, America. Which is going to be wiped out from off the face of the earth, man. Alright? Which is known as the lake of fire. But, you know, with that, Lord willing, that this lesson was edifying as well as uplifting. All right. And always remember, Babylon the Great is America. Okay. But Lord willing, that this lesson was edifying as well as uplifting. All right. And I'm just going to end it by saying, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah. All right. And I want to say Shalom.